Right, so a letter from the road transport operators on Wednesday was to the effect that transport fares are to be reduced effective Wednesday by 10%. And this, they say, has been triggered by the downward trend in the price of petroleum products. Now, this was to affect operators in the shared taxis, haulage, intercity and intracity, which are widely referred to as the trotros. However, the situation looks different on the ground. Our interview with drivers at Tema Station, a major transport terminal in Accra, revealed a consistent concern among them. Drivers in this category strongly believe that the directive to decrease fares by 10% is detrimental to their business. They argue that the escalating prices of spare parts and other operational components make the overall cost of doing business high. As a result, many transport operators have yet to implement the fare adjustment as of Wednesday, the scheduled day for its implementation.
I have not changed anything.
Yeah. But do you know that there's supposed to be some sort of reduction?
Yes.
Have you heard of it?
Yes, I've heard of it, that they have reduced the petrol from like 10%, so they need to reduce it, but they haven't do it yet.
And how do you feel that they've not reduced it? Ideally, it's supposed to be reduced.
Yeah, you see, nowadays things are not going on well, and the lorry fare to, let's say if you are going to buy something from the town to this place, a lot of money. Before you get the things, you have spent more than 100 and over on lorry fare transportation. Yeah.
So, but have you been able to ask the drivers or the mates on why they've not reduced it?
No.
Did you ask?
No. When people ask them, they fight with them. Some will insult them. So I don't want to put myself in any rubbish things. You see.
I am worried. Very worried, because they have reduced the petrol, so they must reduce the lorry fare too.
But do you know that ideally they are supposed to reduce it by 10%? Do you know? Have you heard of the news?
I have heard it, but still they have not reduced it. We don't know why. If you ask them, they will not say anything. They will just fight with you. Tell like you are not anybody. They insult you very well. So if you go and ask them, like, why have you not reduced the lorry fare? Even the driver also insult you some.
The station master for the Accra Pim station mentioned that although his members do not support the fare reduction, they will begin implementing the adjustment starting Thursday.
Now, no young chairman, Mr. Big Afu, or the 2 young and you say, young calculation, now if you are 10%, now you reducing for the passengers. If you Kofodu so it's say yes, scale to scale. If you happen the acquire Rania, who do a water and when your passenger be a or do transport unions were probably Untum Kojino, Semijana, my man, about the trotro and a beba. Kofodu scale to scale, Yan Kofodu Afonoso, I communicate once with a fin, a warrior won't beat him. Until by the close of the day, you better wonka. If you watch a corner, so you have your own as a maca.
The directive by road transport operators aims to alleviate the burden on passengers as the prices of petroleum products continue to decline. However, the Concerned Drivers Association, a driver union...
When we were bargaining, then we were buying fuel at 11 cedis 65 pesos. We were bargaining. It reached 23 cedis before we were allowed to charge the fares. So if it reached 23 cedis before we were allowed to change the fare, and it comes down to 18, when it came down to 18, we reduced the fare. We didn't complain, because by then we think things were normal. So we didn't complain. Let us speak with you. Things are not normal. We are just shoring things up with the reduction of the fuel price. Other than that, we could have increased transport fare last 2 months ago, because engine, spare parts, name it, all goes up, outrageous. Engine that we used to buy 45, sell at 120. So where will we get the money to buy those parts? Talk less of other components.
In response, the Ghana Road Transport Union, GPRTU, urged all transport operators to comply with the directive.
Some of our members are saying that, looking at the fuel component, the other components have ever met some kind of increment. You go to the spare parts, they have increased. Go to lubricants, they have increased. Go to the fees where we talk about DVLA, the whatever, they've all increased. So why is it that we are raising? We said, no, looking at the fuel component, which is actually the larger part of the daily running cost, and which is actually the reference point where we fare increment normally come. So from 15.99, if it has come down to 12.17, and reasonably we reduce by 10%, I don't think it is too much for us to say we can't do. It's not too much for us to say we cannot do that. As a body, as a union, that has our customers at heart. We can do that. But I also want to add that someone should not think that some officer or big man or minister is pushing us to do it. No.
It appears that there is a divided opinion on whether or not to reduce transport fares by 10%, as has been announced by the road transport operators to take effect on Wednesday. Now, the authorities involved, GPRT, says that they are, on their part, hopeful that their members would adhere to this directive and reduce price or transport fares by 10% going forward. Reporting for Citi News, my name is Kweku Aduamansa.
And also, some drivers in Kumasi, the capital of the Ashanti region, have strongly opposed a recent directive by the road transport operators to reduce transport fares. Station masters, on the other hand, are calling for the arrest of drivers who fail to comply with a 10% fare reduction. Our Ashanti regional correspondent Fatih Aminu Ibrahim has details.
On May 15, 2023, the Ghana Road Transport Operators announced a 10% reduction in transport fares following the decrease in petroleum prices. Citi News investigations at various lorry terminals in the Ashanti region confirmed that many transport operators have implemented the fare reduction. However, there are drivers who do not support this decision. Some drivers who spoke to Citi News expressed their disagreement with the directive to lower fares, urging the government to focus on reducing the prices of spare parts and other goods instead.
I'm finding the artisan there a hard drink because spare parts near me in our costume. It's a breakthrough, near to 200,000. It's a breakthrough, and I'm A1. It's a coffee 500,000. Are they? No, like no 5 million. 50 cities. 10 so hard and team. Munya who be my no spare parts so in case any problem. It's a spare parts for cost. We are Stephen so basa and behind. It's a people in our cost. So I say Munya who be so my.
It is one and near my cost and Tifu so. I don't know how it is here to a bar coma. It's a coma a bono. This is an times 2. It's a cobasa betime Medumana meme and a sunu. The abontin and the antiswa, a bassa effectime. It's the idea. Second, my bontini mana bafom dia. You keep a senior menina bafom. But it's a bontini mana mafom. Nessa yena, yes, ye, Juma, Akoto abontin dia, no near doing so bafom dia behind.
At the Sofo Line Lorry Terminal, the GPRTU branch chairman informed Citi News that although some drivers at the station opposed the fare reduction, he has taken measures to ensure all drivers comply with the directive.
And yet just mere information, TV baby, but from Road and Transport Minister, Energy Minister, GRTTC, GPRTU, only answer secretary and I say, copy that me ha. It's a minimum driver and I say, you know, be or say only the onje. Or say onje, how many reasons in the say onje. Because the government decided meetings are series of meetings are. Yeah, and some more coming to conclusion of that 10%. Finally, so far I had here, and even as GPRTU there, I don't think so. But like I say, on J reduction.
In Patrol, so far I had more apply 10%.
So far idea. This is a our driver be old chum. No be over 4 will do at the band to Kwana. So we'll do a station. The old empty. Okay, mistake a metro car number. Me the paper and be good. Me number so. Price not so. Me number so. It is all track now the problem be I'm former passenger now on frame. Now me am in your mass the calculation of phones to see and ready edit or original need the difference woman.
He further called on authorities to consider arresting drivers who do not comply, especially those who are not affiliated with any of the unions.
This is our driver need be or no why not say or no on the only station be. Woman create that problem. But unim say Ghana mrawa ha. We have road traffic regulation now, LI 2180/2012, regulation 121. Yeah, more wow Ghana. But I don't say please for a jai. Abandoning penny for a jai, road and transport minister jai. Now my man Crawford came a bar, no kwaji obi sika was my money permit. It just a route permit. Nipan so no the pay. And that is a confusion way in a bay. Nanke belong to a union. Send a majority me be am here. Nature may be a and rabia, but I guess I won't defend. A criminal offense. Sep fair na artisanal. Wow, do the but a criminal offense. I see a report to me at you. A you never buy no horage for account. Me can horage I mean one more day can't get one. As it says, no more Ghana Hainano. Omunam, yes, Monteso. Obi account. Tanker driver, Obi used to carry a nina or circular. Coming food me pussy brown carbon. It's meaning the entire because on this beer will be us in family and love. One and sister, one and co. That union solo. One no more the omope. But you see a camp union so party circular nearby from Soviet. This also one now a bear for a criminal offense. The local police station is here.
Regarding passengers, opinions vary regarding the fare reduction directive. While some passengers support the reduction, others are against it.
Said the almost fuel more consider say be our money more than almost. I think there's a spare pass cost for let's say reduce fuel or so much so much because more consider more until do time say it is also much so much but here in the country be the open we are hoping for the best say be much so much.
Yes, can I on the Yanko say the meet for no other for no maybe I imagine said the echoes no wearing I want to person here to Modia and then come to on paper. I'm wearing a boy, but it is no good to pan be as in a second paper. The most Massicuma, much less than there. And so the Master and Monte of a meeting for the Mumuse and Branosin and Banade. Actually, say, Montisonum from Bransere, and Edgeman, I want to
transfer fare na Abana to this one, the Omwa, if you say spare pass and oil, no, Buan Kwana, Cosoro, and to which it first to say for an abba from to fairness. What had driver for no? Me say me ma me ton ne boarding ne bo koso obi antene ne ma so ade ntina driver fon kwa na on pese mo te fu ene so ni se obe de ani o ma obi antene ne ma so ansa na driver for na te lolo fe ene so
na o mo nwene spare pass ene car tie ene oil aye di change engineer de no se o mo de o mo ani ko hobi na o mo te ne ma so a ebe ma lolo fe ne nte so no so ba wo ha obi a enim so obi a de nani abu oil enti se ati fuel so kakra bia ho no obi adwene wo ba spare pass for nte wo mo niam so so ahunu tie no ya ton 400 cedi 500 cedi the same price enti so do ani ko fuel ne nko aho na se spare pass na aka no ya nte so a omubu adaba for kwase a ene ka wo na se no enti fuel ne nte so ne de eye na emum ye sere se de ya ti fuel so e was a can bibia because ya tu fuel mu a e can bibia.
For Citi News, Fati Amin Ibrahim, Sofo Line, Ashanti region.
You're still watching the Citi Newsroom with me, Vivian Kai Local. When we come back, police investigate brutal attack on New Draben Senior High School by Koforidua Senior High Technical School student. Stay with us, we'll be right back.